All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Prophecy Centre. I am here with Ben Mortimer with his upcoming fight with Dan Pauling for the Welterweight Fight World Cup title. Ben, mate, how are you feeling leading up into this fight, and how's your preparation been?
Good. After my last fight, sort of pumped to get back in there, and yeah, just looking forward to getting another win, really. Yeah.
Last fight, just take us through that. Well, what did that mean to you to win the Australian title?
It meant a lot. It was probably like one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. Most thing I'm most proud of.
Okay, fantastic. Now, they say quite often that you can't really be the champion until you've defended the title. And now Ben Mortimer, he's a guy who's been around. He's fought Karo Palruzian on the record. So yeah, he's fought a lot of the top guys. Probably your biggest challenge today.
Yeah, I agree completely. I agree with the statement. You're not a champion until you defend your title. And I agree that Ben's a great fighter as well.
And so specifically in the lead up to this fight, how have you been preparing differently than how you would to a normal fight, given that it's a title fight?
Just a lot more cardio. I want my cardio to be through the roof, and I won't be gassing out. That's the main thing. He's very similar to pretty much everyone I fought, where their ground game is really slick, where mine's is underrated. I don't use it, but doesn't mean it's not slick. I mean, you watch the last fight, third round armbar still. I've got arm bars in my other fights where I've actually dislocated his arm. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people know that I have a ground game, mainly because I don't use it. But I try to use it more so in reverse. Just
on Ben Mortimer, have you studied what he's done much? Are you looking at what type of style you think he'll bring to the fight?
A little bit. Yeah, I've seen maybe 2 or 3 of his fights live. I'm actually a fan of him. I think he's a great fighter. I love his style. Every fight's exciting. It's good.
So how has that been? You know, knowing that we're a fairly close knit community here throughout Queensland mixed martial arts, and admiring somebody and then stepping up to the plate. Do you have to do anything different mentally to prepare for that?
For me, no, not a lot. It's another fight, like every other fight. I take it as serious as the next one.
I had a look through both of your records. You finished most of your fights by TKO, so you know, some type of referee stoppage. Where Dan seems to stop most of his fights in submission. So I think either way, it looks like it's probably not going to go to the judges.
Yeah, I don't. One way or another, I don't see this fight going to the very end. I did watch his fight against Isaac Tisdale. I was sort of impressed with his ground game, questioned his stand-up, so that's where my strengths are, in my stand-up, and you got to get past my stand-up to get to the ground, so we'll see how it goes.
And now you're 7-0 now, looking to make it 8-0. Where do you really see yourself going? If we could fast forward 5 years in an ideal world, where would you be?
I'd like to be making a comfortable living from MMA, like be able to support myself from fighting and training and make a living out of that.
Sure. And you got aspirations to fight overseas, obviously?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any particular shows that would be on the horizon?
Not a lot. Eventually UFC, that would be great.
So on your MMA path now, where would you like to go? Where do you see yourself going?
I definitely want to get to America eventually. Like Hector's a good friend of mine. He comes over and trains with me, or beats me up pretty much when he's here. So, and him and Conan have said if I ever want to go to ACT, I'm more than welcome. And so that's definitely somewhere I want to try and get to. But as a lot of people would know, fighting doesn't pay most of the bills, so it's a money thing and everything like that. So, but that's definitely where I want to. That's everyone's goal in MMA. Sure. is to make the pinnacle. So you don't want to just be stuck in fighting local fights for the rest of your life.
And then take us through a typical training day for you. How do you prepare?
Strength and conditioning first thing in the morning. We have a bit of a break, and then we have a light tech session during the middle of the day. Then we come back for a hard session again at night. So it'll be whether it be wrestling, Muay Thai, boxing. Any one of the three. We sort of 2 hard sessions a day and 1 light session sort of thing, where it's pretty easy going.
And what do you normally walk around at?
I was walking around before the last fight about 88, 89,
Yep.
before coming down to 77. So it's a fair cut. But with the right food and stuff, it's easy. Beforehand, I was left to do my own nutrition stuff. Well, I wasn't doing too badly, but if the food's not there,
yeah,
and you're out and about, you're more than likely to go and grab a meat pie or a sausage roll. So now I've got all my meals there, and I don't go and grab anything else. So it's good. I'll get down to weight fairly easily.
Predictions for this fight? 6 out of your 7 fights you've stopped in the first round. Ben Mortimer, he doesn't normally go to the judges either. So one way or the other, I think we're probably going to get a decision before the final bell. In an ideal world, how would you like to finish it?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a really exciting fight. I don't know how I'd finish. I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be surprising. I don't know what's going to happen in this fight.
And predictions for the fight, how do you see it going?
I don't see him making me get to the ground. If he does, he's going to be well surprised. I don't underrate him. I know he's a young kid and he's sort of up and coming, but I don't look past him. I've learnt my lesson now not to look past any opponents anymore. Sure. So it's definitely someone that I am wary of on the ground, but I'm confident enough on the ground that I don't think it's not going to affect me too much. So I'm looking to knock him out. Yeah, knock him out. Yeah. And
so when you're not fighting, what are you doing to relax?
I sleep a lot, and I try to hang out with as much of my friends as I can. See people I don't see a lot.
Sure. And when you're not training, and you're not working on your career, what do you do to relax? How do you unwind?
I love going bodyboarding. That's pretty much it. Just love being in service. Sort of like I don't know what yoga would be to other people. Something that's my release. Is when I'm out in the ocean and everything goes blank. It doesn't matter for that half hour, 45 minutes they're out there. There's no other problem in the world.
And have you got some people that you'd like to thank?
Mostly my sponsors, Nutrition Underground, most of all my supplement sponsor, Prophecy Fight Centre for letting me train here and everything for free and pretty much letting me live here. My Fit Fridge, Dirty Players clothing brand.
All right, we look forward to seeing you in action at Fight World Cup 10, and we look forward to seeing you there too.
I'd like to thank the sponsor, Planet Max, Surfers in Parkwood, Burleigh, World Gym in Ashmore, my coach, Kerry, and the assistant coach, Istok, everyone at Shindo.
All right. Dan Pauling, headlining Fight World Cup 10, November 19. I'm Dave Mack from Fight World Cup TV. We'll see you there.